Cheers! Is the Candyman worth watching? Let's get into the review.
If you say his name 5 times while looking in the mirror, he appears in the reflection and kills you.
Who would do that?
Yahya Dacosta is the director of Candyman. This is her biggest movie so far. She's also set to direct The Marvels, which is the sequel of Captain Marvel, due in February 2023. Jordan Peele's a producer of the film also. After watching some of his recent movies, you can really see his influence that he has in it. Yahya Abdul-Mateen plays the protagonist, Anthony McCoy. Teyona Paris plays his girlfriend, Brianna Cartwright. In the movie, Anthony is a painter looking for inspiration when he comes across the story of Candyman. The story originates in Cabrini Green on the south side of Chicago. He goes down to the abandoned projects to familiarise himself with the areas and to take some photos. Anthony bumps into William Burke's character Coleman Domingo, who gives him a lot of insight into the urban myth of Candyman and how it originated in the Cabrini Green projects. Anthony and his girlfriend summon Candyman, and that's when a series of horrible events start to occur. Anthony starts to feel like he's being followed by the Candyman. He decides to isolate himself and paint even more, which alienates him from his friends and his family. He starts to lose touch of reality and begins to slip into madness. The acting in this movie was of a high standard. Yahya's performance was fantastic. I really enjoyed during the movie when they would be retelling the story or having flashbacks, they would use shadow puppets. And the reasoning behind this is Dacosta didn't want to use any of the footage from the previous movies, and all the recounting, she wanted to make it fresh in her own style. In a recent interview, Jordan Peele said when he was young there was no real bad guy in the horror genre that represented the black community. So when Candyman came along, he grew a strong attachment to the character. And you can see that through this movie. The cinematography in this movie was absolutely beautiful. At times it would show you shots from base to top of the buildings. Very similar in a way how Ghostbusters and the original Batman would do it, but better. At first I felt that the social commentary in the movie was a bit too much. I did enjoy how they showed the gentrification of some of the apartment buildings and some of the conditions that the African American community had to endure within these projects, and to having to deal with the white people with power and the police brutality at the time. It was a good way to inform and send a message. At first, I felt like the movie was trying to demonize white people as they were the ones being slaughtered by Candyman. But after doing some research, I realized that they wanted white people to feel and witness the horrors that the black community have experienced for centuries. I was a little bit hesitant to talk about it at the beginning because I was worried that I would get attacked by the woke police and have what I say taken out of context.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
Idiot sandwich what?
An idiot sandwich, Chef Ramsay.
So if anyone out there is inclined to do so, hey! I've noticed that there's a lot of mixed reactions from this movie. I recently watched a review from one of the top reviewers who was comparing the original to the new one, and I feel like this is an important thing for moviegoers. When you have an attachment to an original and there's new content brought out from that story, you're doing yourself a massive disservice by going into that movie with that nostalgic bias that you have. You're just completely wasting your time. One thing I didn't really like or understand about the movie, Anthony gets stung by a bee on the hand, and as time passes it slowly starts to rot and decay, and you're just sitting there wondering like, dude, when are you going to go see a doctor? Your arm looks like it's about to fall off. Go see a doctor, for fuck's sake. I really enjoyed the pacing of the film. I think Dacosta done a really good job on character development. It didn't just get all gory and killy from the get-go. There was this one kill in particular where you have a view from the outside of an apartment and you see this art critic just get ragdolled across the windows. Which I'm not a fan of art critics. Please don't judge me. I was pleasantly surprised about the movie going into it with low expectations. I'm going to have to give the movie 4 ragdoll art critics out of 5. Once again, this is Scotty Reviews. My name's Jay. Thanks for joining me.
The Candyman can.